Y'all, so I'm not like the best chef in the world or whatever, but my husband is a great, great cook. But I decided to do this tonight. This is a bacon wrapped meatloaf stuffed with mashed potatoes. So I just made my meatloaf how I normally make it. It's 1 egg, some breadcrumbs, some salt, pepper, onions, and bell peppers cut up, and I kind of just mix it up with my hands for right now. And then you're just going to take a pan and you're going to layer the bacon in the bottom of it, and then push the hamburger around the sides. I'm going to show you how to do it anyways. And then you just scoop the mashed potatoes and put it in there. I'm just doing like my normal, how I normally do mashed potatoes, how I normally do meatloaf recipe, and then just putting it together, popping it in the oven for about an hour. Halfway through it, we're going to take it out, dump that grease out, and then stick it in there for another 30 minutes. Make sure you put foil over top of it. I think everybody else uses like a bump pan or something like that. I don't have a bump pan, and I sure is, God knows what, not going to go buy one. So I'm just going to be using one of my Ray Dunn square pans. I forgot to tell you, but make sure that you preheat your oven at 350. So it needs to be cooked at 350 for 1 hour. Halfway through, make sure you dump out your grease and then let it cook for 30 minutes more, and then take it out and put your barbecue sauce on it, glaze, whatever you want to do. I'm just going to be using barbecue sauce. I'm not going to make that special glaze or whatever. Just kind of making it simpler for me. So I'm just going to use barbecue sauce on it and then let it boil for about 3 minutes, and then take it out, and voila, we have a meal in one little thing. Don't judge me because of my Christmas thing. Okay, I'm the type that I don't like reusing. If y'all have never noticed anything, this is my soap dish that sits over it. It's actually Christmas also. So you're going to begin by putting your bacon onto the dish, and as you're putting it on, make sure you leave a little bit extra on the side, just so that it will be, you know, like able to cover the top part. You'll see towards the end that I was not able to even cover it up completely, so I was just trying to figure it out and place it in place as to how it would work. But eventually I got it the best way that I could. So then you're just going to take the meat and you're going to start pressing it down on the inside, and make sure that you're getting it around the sides. Y'all, I use a really thick layer of this, and I don't know if I mentioned this, but that's 2 pounds of meat. The way I done this, next time I won't do it quite as thick as I did, just because by making it so thick, I didn't have enough meat. So either you can make it really thick and make sure you buy 2.5 pounds, or leave it somewhat, like, I wouldn't say thick, but I wouldn't say thin, kind of medium in the way between. And, you know, make sure you're covering all sides, because remember that you're going to be putting mashed potatoes on the inside of this. So it has to become like more like a pocket like. So either I lost the video or I didn't even record it, but I don't know what I done, but I don't have the video of me putting the mashed potatoes in there. Like I told you, I just made my mashed potatoes how I normally make them, and then I just took what hamburger I had left over and put it in there. And as you can see, I just took regular barbecue sauce and mixed it in with a little bit of water. And this is where I made the biggest mistake ever. I was supposed to actually put the barbecue sauce before I put the hamburger and smash it around. So I ended up having to take this thing apart, and girl, let me tell you, it is not fun, because it is almost about to fall apart. You will see. I did get to do it and did make it work. So I, like I told you, I just used regular barbecue sauce with a little bit of water, and it ended up working out at the end of the day. And then you're just going to flap that bacon over it again. And then if you needed any extra bacon, I just took bacon and kind of filled in the spaces that were left a little bit gapped open. And you'll see in a minute, I took out the cookies. We made cookies that day. Well, I made cookies for the kids that day, just as a special treat. I really like this, and, you know, it kind of worked out great for me and the kids. And Berto even liked it, even though he's not really a fan of those types of things. But just learn from my mistakes. Make sure you put the barbecue sauce on it before, like on top of the bacon, before you put it on the hamburger. Y'all, please learn from my mistake and don't do this, because sometimes it works out good, but then y'all all know sometimes it's gonna all just go kapoop. Make sure to cover it with tin foil. As you can see, I used all my tin foil and put it into the oven for 30 minutes. As you'll see here, it's in the oven cooking. I'm just getting ready to broil it. I took it out of the pan and then added the barbecue sauce to it. This is after the whole hour of cooking, and remember, at the 30-minute mark you need to dump out the grease and then let it cook for another 30 minutes wrapped up. This is how it looked when it come out, y'all. This stuff was good. Nata and Mario were not a big fan of the barbecue sauce. I think they would have preferred ketchup, but I'm not even gonna lie, I tore loose on this thing. Mashed potato is probably not the best thing as in my keto diet, but this was so good. The kids loved it, I loved it, and it was just by far one of our favorite meals. Thanks so much for watching. The kids were super happy to have this meal, and as you'll see, these pictures right here of how it looked on the inside and then what a slice looked like. Thanks for watching, guys. As always, y'all take care. Good night, bye, and God bless.
I've got this feeling, I'm feeling you could be the one.